Welcome to the TTT Markets 2025 mid-year update. Today we're going to be discussing growth, payouts, and the roadmap. So today I wanted to take the time to share a full update with you all on how things have been going this year, from January through to August 2025. At TTT Markets, we believe in being open with our community. Our goal has always been to create a firm that traders can truly trust, one that's professional, transparent, and ultimately here and built to last. So that's why I wanted to take you behind the scenes today to show you what we've been building and how we've been growing. In this update, I'll walk you through the process we've made month by month, review our performance, talk about payouts and trader success, answer some of the most common questions we receive, and finish with a look ahead at what's coming next. So this video will be a little bit longer, but I believe it will be valuable for anyone that wants to understand exactly where we are as a firm and where we're going. So January marked an important turning point for TTT Markets. We carried out a full transition and updated our branding across our website, our dashboard, and our core technology. This was a deliberate move to professionalize every aspect of the business. By bringing our technology in-house, we ensure that our platform is one, smoother, it's more scalable, and it is ultimately completely under our own control. This upgrade allowed us to present our brand in a way that properly reflects what we offer and what we want to deliver. Our new website is cleaner, it's more user-friendly, and it highlights the depth of our services to both new and existing customers. So January was a big pivotal moment for us. We changed, we transitioned, we upgraded, we wanted to be more professional, and I believe that we've done that to the best of our ability. Now moving on to February. In February, we turned our focus to strengthening the team and expanding our technology offering. So we enhanced our leadership, our management, and support structure to make sure that we could ultimately provide the highest level of service. It's one thing about having an amazing product, but it's also one thing about delivering an amazing product to everyone, to all the traders, because we understood that from 2024, our support wasn't as slick and as quick as it needed to be. And, this was a detriment to our traders and ultimately to us and our product. So here in February, we focused on our support structure. And from this point forward, every support email has been answered within maximum of one working day, something we want to continue and we continue to pride ourselves on. So this month, we also saw the launch of our own TTT Webtrader, our very own web trading platform with over 50 tradable instruments. And it's already becoming the go-to choice for many of our traders, particularly for the free competitions and for those that prefer trading on mobile devices. We focused heavily on the mobile aspect of the UI and the performance, and that was our main goal, was to bring a product to the marketplace that we can use for all of our traders. We can ensure that we have 100% uptime, and we can ensure that it runs smoothly and as slickly as possible. This was one of the issues from 2024, is that we were reliant on third-party platforms, and at any given moment we could be turned off, we could have our servers taken down, and we didn't want that. And that was an issue that a lot of the prop traders and the prop trading firms found. And so that's why there then became the newer trading platforms that we now see. And for us, we wanted to take it that next step further and have our own web trading platform. So we can now ensure uptime on our Webtrader and our dashboard and our website without any issues, which is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. On top of this, we also launched the TTT merchandise store, giving our traders, a way to feel even more connected to the brand and the community and represent the brand with our TTT Markets caps, hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, coasters. Ultimately it's a bit of fun, but we love the fact that we were able to bring that to life. Now moving on to March. March, we wanted to double down on transparency and building value for our community. We introduced more professional content to showcase trader payouts, share insights into our numbers. We launched the TTT Academy, a structured trading education hub with over 45 lessons, quizzes, and actually a final exam designed to help traders of all levels sharpen their skill set for completely free. Alongside this, we rolled out the TTT trading course, ensuring our community had access to high quality educational content, again, for completely free. And then March, we also saw our launch of the free trading competition on the TTT Webtrader, which was a huge success. We had over 2,000 applicants and traders taking part and competing against each other. And it was really good fun. And people could win accounts for free from winning that competition. It was a competition where everyone was trading on a $100,000 account. The trader with the most profit was able to receive prizes. Moving on to April. In April, TTT Markets gained wider industry recognition since we'd updated the branding, the dashboard, the technology. Traders started to notice that, which was really exciting. We were invited to appear on several prop firm review platforms. We were then listed on the Trusted Prop, FX Verify, propfirms.co.uk, and a multitude of others. These listings then gave us greater credibility within the industry, and we also continue to refine our website and our customer experience, making the flow smoother and easier for traders. We want to make sure that the flow for traders from joining TTT Markets to trading to getting a payout is as smooth as possible. And that's what we're continuously working on, and especially will be throughout the rest of this year in terms of the user flow. We want to automate as much as we can, and that's the process and the progress that we're making. Moving on into May. May was the month we made our brand more accessible to traders worldwide. We added in multilingual support to our website so that traders from different regions can engage with us in their own language. We also began working with more influencers and traders in the industry, building partnerships to extend our reach. On the operational side, we also secured additional payment service providers, otherwise known as PSPs, and banking partners, ensuring financially we had security and ensuring the risk on relying on a few single providers for accepting payments was also reduced. We also then saw the launch of the second competition, the second free trading competition of this year. We were doing bi-monthly competitions, and we still have been. Further building on the success of March and engaging thousands of traders in the community, I think we actually surpassed the 2,000 traders for May. It was even bigger. And for this one, we also did bigger prizes, which was amazing. I think we did a $500,000 account, some 200s and $100,000 accounts, which was great to see. And then in terms of the site itself, we also added in multilingual translations. So for all of the blogs, all of the articles, people could translate them into their own native languages, and the same with the homepage and all the challenges. Moving on into June, June was focused on partnerships and technology. We built stronger relationships with trading groups, affiliates, and networks in the UK. These partnerships help us to reach new traders and expand the TTT Markets community. On the technology side, we rolled out the new account table grid on the website, giving traders a clearer and more professional view of our funding options. So on the website, we currently have the dashboard and then get funded. And if you click on the get funded at the top, you then see a really nice and clean challenge grid showcasing the different currencies, the different types of challenges, and then also the different prices and what you get for your money. So we then focused on that, and that was, giving traders a clearer and more professional view of the funding options. Behind the scenes, our tech team was heavily focused on infrastructure and work for preparing for the upcoming updates and new features that we're also going to be rolling out towards the end of Q3 and in Q4. Moving on to July. July, this theme of scaling and strengthening our infrastructure and our product continued. We worked more closely with affiliate teams and trading groups while also enhancing our internal systems. A key priority was automating more of our processes, which I mentioned earlier. That was for last month in July, which helps us operate more efficiently as we continue to grow, removing the manual processes from our product. These improvements in systems and infrastructure mean we're better positioned to handle larger volumes of traders and ensure a smoother experience for everyone. In July, we also saw the launch of the GBP denominated accounts, which was particularly exciting for myself, introduced specifically to meet growing demand for our UK-based traders. So now you can also trade an £100,000 account rather than just an $100,000 account. So we managed to bridge that gap. So for the same price, you can trade the same price account. So let's say, for instance, it's $499 for a two-step $100,000 account. It's also £499 for an £100,000 two-step account, which was really exciting for me because I know that a lot of other competitors in the space end up reducing the amount that you have if you're trading in GBP, whereas I wanted to have the same. So we have the same $100,000 and £100,000 account size, which is great. So on top of that, we also then hosted our third free trading competition of the year, keeping momentum high and giving traders more opportunities to engage with the firm, test the TTT Webtrader for free, also compete with friends and family, which was quite fun and engaging to see people in the Discord and the Telegram talking about that. And then moving on to August, where we are now. In August, we introduced several highly requested features. We launched the buyback option, which allows traders to reinstate a breached funded account for a fixed fee, offering flexibility and second chances. The idea behind that was that if you've worked hard through your challenge phase and you're then on the funded stage and then you breach due to a rule like daily drawdown or overall drawdown, you might not want to go through the entire process again. You might prefer to pay a slightly higher premium to just have the same funded account reinstated. So we saw that that was quite a common request. People then breached and then said, well, what's next? What options do I have? Typically, it was, okay, you have to go through the challenge process again. Whereas now, you can pay for a fixed fee to get the same funded account reinstated, which is a huge option for people. Most people still go again back through the challenge, but if you want to stick and keep the momentum going for your own trading, but potentially you've got a few setups coming up next week that you want to pursue, you can then join back in with a fixed fee. So our development team also then completed multi-currency checkout as a result of multi-currency denominated accounts, like adding in the GBP accounts. We also then added in purchases via GBP on the checkout. So giving traders the ability to purchase challenges in not just USD, but also GBP, improving, our UK-based traders. And then finally, we added in light and dark mode to the dashboard, providing traders with a more customizable and user-friendly experience. A lot of people requested that as well, that they didn't just want to have the dark mode, which we had originally that we launched in January. We then also added in the light mode that people can then use, the white background, clean white background, similarly to TradingView. Some people like having the different interfaces. So as you can see, we've now gone through month by month from January to August, what we've completed and what we've done. As you can see, this year has been a year of building layer by layer, strengthening our foundations, improving the technology, growing the community, and ultimately setting up for sustainable growth and long-term growth. That's the main focus behind TTT. So going on to the next few sections that we had listed out for today, we're going to do a performance review, and then we'll also do a payouts and trader success review. And then I will answer some FAQs that we had from people inside Discord, Telegram, and email that I thought could be addressed to everyone via video. So in terms of performance review, we as a team are very, very pleased about how we've grown since January. We've had consistent month-on-month growth in terms of signups. We've expanded the account sizes, the availability, and the options. Previously, we just allowed $200,000 accounts. Now we have from $1,000 up to $500,000 accounts, which has then enabled larger payouts as well, which is amazing. We have a real clear upward trajectory in terms of growth, despite the heavy competition in the space and the monopoly that's going on with some of the big top firms. We're seeing a lot of the small firms going under, but we are thriving and we're very, very happy with our trajectory so far. Now, moving on, in terms of the payouts and the trader success, one of the things that I'm most proud of is our payouts. We have managed to process thousands and thousands and thousands since the start of the year. We've processed a significant number this year and many in the multiple thousands of dollars. We're not just talking small $60, $100 payouts. We're talking people who've been paid thousands and multiple thousands of dollars. With the larger accounts in particular, traders now have a greater opportunity to scale and to earn. And we also introduced a better scaling program, allowing people to double their accounts without any extra charge. So every payout has reinforced what we stand for, that if people trade and follow the rules, they get paid. And it's that simple. And that's what we really want to adhere to, that we've built a product that reinforces what we stand for and also reinforces that opportunity for traders that don't have the capital to get paid and make rewards on much larger capital. So we also continue to showcase payout certificates. success stories, trader testimonials, and these have become a cornerstone in our transparency for this year as well, which we're really pleased about. We're seeing people post their rewards on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, Discord and Telegram, showcasing the success of, going through the challenge and making their payouts, which is really exciting. Now, moving on to the FAQ. Now, I'd like to take some time to answer some of the most common questions we have. These cover everything from how we operate to payouts to our future plans. So, what makes TTT Markets different from other prop trading firms? I think the main thing that makes us different is that we've stood the test of time. We've been around since 2022. We've gone through the difficulties of an emerging industry. We've survived. Other firms that joined in the last 6 months haven't got the credibility, haven't gone through the difficult times within an emerging industry like this. We have amazing programs. We have an amazing product. We have the one step, the two step, and the instant funded programs. They're amazing. We have the tightest spreads. We have no commissions. We have no swaps, which is better than other competitors. Our own technology, our own Webtrader. So if all else fails in the industry, we will still survive. We will still be around. And we are also actively looking into regulation, updates in the space. Will we need regulation? When is regulation coming? What might that look like? Making sure we're ahead of the curve in terms of understanding the industry, listening to the industry. And that's also another massive selling point. Additionally, we listen to our traders. That's why the product has become so much better over the last 6, 7 months, is because we listened to the feedback, we took on board the feedback, and we delivered the feedback. So that's a major part. So in terms of what makes us different, I'd say we have an amazing product, an even better product than everyone else. We have a really good team behind everything. We've got a very long-term vision. We have our infrastructure, our technology, our web trader, that if other trading platforms decide to strip back who they allow, they remove licenses, we don't have that issue. We will still have a trading platform. Moving on to the next point. What is the long-term vision? The long-term vision is that one, TTT Markets is still here because a lot of firms won't be. Number two, I want us to be recognized as an industry leader. Number three, I want us to be on that level where we have as little reliance on third parties as possible. Going back to the notion of we have our own trading platform, we have our own web trading platform, our own dashboard. There are multiple other parts of the client flow and the user flow that we could internalize and control ourselves. And we will aim to do that month by month, year by year. The long-term vision is that I want a very, very successful, sustainable firm that is recognized also amongst traders as being one that's fair, one that has good programs, good rules, but is priced accordingly. They're not someone that is slashing their prices, trying to compete with people on their price alone. They have credibility and people trust us and view us as being a place that they want to trade and they want to stay. Moving on to the next question. Why build our in-house technology? Now, I think I've already answered that, but to go through it very quickly, we've built it for security so that we don't have reliance on third parties and that we can control it. Since January, we have had 100% uptime on our dashboard and our web trader. And if you want to include our website, we've had 100% uptime. There's been no time in the day, whether it's 1, 2, 3 in the morning, that we are down. And we've structured that in a way that all of our updates can go behind the scenes with no downtime. And then our development team is very, very good in the fact that we can deploy everything, we can test everything first, and then deploy it to the user. So I'm very, very pleased and proud of the development on how we've done our technology. Now, next question. How important is the community in shaping decisions? Vital. Without a community, we don't have a product, we don't have a firm, we don't have a business. So everything we do is based around the community and how we can improve the product for the community. Now, we're also not going to jeopardize the product and the sustainability of the product by listening to everything the community has to say in terms of make this rule easier, double the drawdown available, remove this rule, increase this leverage. We're not going to make the product unsustainable. But if there are things which we have already done, which were things like add in the light and the dark theme mode, add in a trading academy, can you add in GBP accounts? Can you add in multilingual, translations to your blogs, and so I can read them in Vietnamese? We listen, and that has shaped the decisions of the community. And as a result, we've grown. Now, in terms of the funding programs, what types of funding challenges do we offer? We have a one-step, a two-step, and an instant funding. Next question. How does the one-step compare to two-step programs? Well, the one-step is a little bit tighter compared to the two-step. The one-step is tighter because you only have one trading evaluation to complete before you're funded. The two-step, you have a first and a second stage. And so the rules are a little bit looser and a bit easier to complete, but you have two stages, which makes it such a bit of a harder program. So some of the comparisons are on the one step, we don't allow weekend holding. On the two step, we do. On the one step, we don't allow trade stacking of more than two positions. On the two step, we have no rules that require you to have a limiting amount of trade stacked positions. So you can't, for instance, on the one step, buy gold, gold goes down, buy it again, and then goes down again, and then you buy it again. You can't do that on the one step. We allow two positions at most, but on the two step, you can do whatever you want in regards to that rule. Now, next question on the funding programs is, do we offer instant funding? We do, and I believe that we have one of the best instant funding models, which is a static drawdown model. 6% static drawdown, and that does not trail with you. It does not fluctuate. It's not based off of equity. It is static. So if you have a $1,000 instant funded account, which is our most popular, with $60 drawdown, it doesn't change. It stays at $60. Now, to make your first withdrawal, you have to then hit 6% again. And to scale your account, you have to hit 12%. So we have a very, very good instant funding model. It's pretty clean. There are very limiting rules on the instant funding. It's one of our most popular, and that's the reason why. Now, what account sizes are available? On instant funding, it's slightly different to a one and two step evaluations. On instant funding, we have 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, and 100K available as of August 2025. On our one step and two steps, we have 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, 100K, 200K, 350, and 500K. So we have slightly different, but basically from 1K up to 500K is the account sizes that are available. Next question. Can traders scale accounts over time? Yes. On instant funding, you can scale every time you hit 12%, which is really nice. We often see people doubling and tripling and quadrupling their account sizes over time, doubling and doubling and doubling again. And that is a really, really smart way to trade, because with a very limited amount of capital, you can then double and double and double your account, be a bit more conservative with your trading approach, and then just trade and withdraw off of that account. In terms of the one step and the two step, we have a slightly different rule, which is where if you hit 10% across 3 months, across the year, then your account also gets doubled for free. So if you hit 10% for 3 months, out of the 12, your account doubles. Now, next, how do profit splits work? We process accounts and profits every Wednesday. We request that traders request it by Monday evening so that the team can process the account, check the account, have a look through the account, make sure all of the trades are eligible. And by Wednesday, we aim to have reviews complete and payments processed. Next question is, will you introduce subscriptions or a subscription model instead of a one-time flat fee? At the moment, we don't have plans for this. It's more of a futures trading prop firm model, which we may introduce in the future, but for now, it's just a flat one-time fee for the account. And on the two-step, if you pass and you're successful, this is also refundable. So take that into consideration when choosing which challenge you want to do. Next, what's the max capital available? We have a $1 million allocation for one step, $1 million allocation for two step, and a $500,000 allocation for instant funding as of August 2025. Next question. Are there any hidden fees? We don't have any hidden fees. It's a one-time fee for an account, and that's the way that we like it. A lot of other firms, our competitors, have a lot of add-ons. If you want greater profit splits, you want more drawdown, you want this or you want that. They're add-ons. And so it's a very clever way, should I say, of marketing where they say, get an account for this much. But then you have to add on all of these other features to have an account that is actually realistic to trade on. We are not like that. We have set flat fees, and we believe that for us as a sustainability model, it's smarter. Whereas each individual might have a different challenge. We can't then manage our product and our sustainability. So we don't have any hidden fees. We don't change fees. They're all flat fees as of now. Next, how does the buyback feature work? So the buyback feature, we introduced it this month and it's working successfully so far. A trader can then buy back their account if they fail their funded account. So if they fail their funded account, they can buy back the account for 2% of the account size, which is very price effective if you think about how much capital you're available and you're able to have. So let's use as an example, you have a $10,000 funded account, you breach it due to hitting the daily drawdown of $400. You could then buy back the account for $200. And that's it. You can then reset the account back to the $10,000 mark and you can trade. So next we're going to talk about trading platforms and technology. The most commonly asked question we have is when will MT5 be available? We must have this emailed to us, asked in Discord and Telegram multiple times every single day. It is obviously the most preferred platform by traders, and we understand and we accept that. We are in talks with MetaTrader on getting this available for our prop trading firm. I'm going to be very excited to release it. We are in conversations of doing it, but I'm not going to promise a timeline because, there are processes to go through to acquire it and to get the license. But we are in conversations of having it and getting it complete and installed onto our platform. We will then also do a bunch of testing, but once that's done, we look forward to onboarding it. The next question is, do we support mobile trading with the Webtrader? We do. Everything is mobile optimized, it's tablet optimized, and it's desktop optimized as well. Next question, how reliable is your tech? Very. In terms of reliability, we haven't had a single day of downtime, which is very, very reliable in our eyes. What instruments are available? We have FX, commodities, indices, some shares, and we're also going to be looking to introduce some stocks as well soon. But as of the moment, you can trade major, minor, and exotic pairs, gold, oil, silver, some cryptos as well. So if you want to trade BTC or you want to trade Ethereum, that is also available. Next question, will you offer futures? As of yet, no, but we have been in conversations again with platform providers and understanding the model. I think the difference is with futures is it's based on activation fees, monthly recurring fees, and it is a very different model to the CFD based business. The CFD prop firm space, I and the team know it very, very well because we have been traders ourselves. So we understand that process very, very well. I understand what platforms people want, what models people want, what people do and what people don't want. For futures, we haven't done enough research yet to bring a product to the market. Next question. How are the spreads and the commissions at TTT Markets? Very, very good. We also have a free login as guest feature that you can log into and you can have a look. I would suggest doing that. In terms of the spreads and the commissions, they're amazing. They're perfect. I, as a trader, know that that is a very important feature for a firm. You don't want to be trading with a firm that has atrocious spreads and commissions, especially in the prop trading industry. Next, moving on to payouts and finance. What is the minimum payout? Right now, we have a minimum payout of $100 on the one-step and the two-step challenges. On instant funded, our lowest payout option is $30. What payout methods are available? The payout methods that we currently have are Bankwire, Wise, PayPal, Skrill, and crypto. The only thing that we request is that if you've paid for an account via crypto, you can withdraw via crypto. But if you've purchased an account via card, credit card, debit card, that you do get paid out via credit or debit card. Next question, how do you stay financially sustainable? This is a very important question. I myself personally can only speak for myself, but I have not taken a single penny out of TTT Markets in terms of salary and withdrawn. I've not done a single penny. And I think that speaks volumes. I haven't taken a single penny out of TTT Markets. I have ensured that we've put the money in the right places. So, in terms of sustainability, we're doing everything that we possibly can to be as sustainable as possible because I know how difficult this business is to run. There are so many moving parts, there are so many expensive costs, there are variable costs. And so, to be financially sustainable, we have a massive vault of money where we keep a large part and portion of our funds. That is in case we need them for technology, for payouts, and to manage risk and keep sustainable. That's how we do it. We don't ever strip ourselves too low of money as much as we possibly can. Now, in terms of how do we manage risk as a firm? Well, we have very good infrastructure. The fact that we have auto detection on various of these different rules and we have auto detection on people cheating is how we manage the risk. We ensure that people that get paid out are paid out fairly, but none of the abusers and the cheaters are paid out as much as we possibly can. So the next set of questions that we've been asked are on rules and risk management. I'll go through these as quick as I possibly can because a lot of these questions are on the FAQ or on the homepage of the website. So what are the daily and max drawdown limits? For instant funding, it's a static 6%. For one step and two step, it's 4 and 8%. 4% daily, 8% max drawdown. Is news trading or weekend holding allowed? Now, we do allow news trading. I think, again, this is quite a flexible rule. A lot of firms don't because they believe it and perceive it to be, let's say, gambling, and they don't want to have the risk on the account. We do allow news trading. If you want to news trade, you're more than welcome to. We obviously don't recommend it because it is an aggressive style of trading, but a lot of people love trading the news. They enjoy it and they're very good at predicting it. So that's for news trading. In terms of weekend holding, we don't allow weekend holding on the one-step challenge, but we do allow it on the two-step, which I mentioned earlier, and that's largely because they have different levels of difficulty in terms of passing the challenge. Can traders trade all instruments? They can trade all the instruments that we have available on our web trading platform. If the instrument is there, you're eligible to trade it. So the next set of questions are on competitions and community. How do our free competitions work? Well, every other month, bi-monthly, we run a free competition in which you can join, trade against your friends, family, or other TTT community members, and you can compete for prizes. Right now, we've done, two-step accounts as our prizes, and it's gone really, really successfully. People love it. People really, really enjoy the program, and the process of getting a free account. They can get a free account within 1 month, try the Webtrader, see if they like it, and then get a two-step challenge, which is then eligible for a payout once completed. So the free competitions are a great way to start in prop trading. If you don't have the money to begin, go for a free competition account. How many people join them is the next question. Well, we had 2,000 in March, and from memory, May was bigger than that, and then July was a little bit smaller than that. So last month was smaller. We didn't put as much emphasis on it. We were focusing on other parts of the firm. But yeah, the free competitions work brilliantly. If you want to join them, go ahead. All you need to do is register on the dashboard, go down to competitions, find the competition and register, and you'll get given a free account. Next question is, do winners get funded accounts? They don't. They get competition accounts, which then can become funded accounts. Next, any plans for in-person events? Certainly. I really want to do this in 2026. I want us to be at the expos. I want us to be at in-person events, rent out a room, have people come down, have people trade some free accounts, have people test the products, discuss, meet me, meet the team, answer questions in person. Certainly, that's the plan for next year, 2026. So we're now all done with the FAQ questions, and I hope that's answered a bunch of questions for people on TTT Markets. The next 2-3 minutes, I'm going to be discussing the future outlook. I'm not going to reveal everything just yet, but I can share a few things that are coming down the road. So one of the main things that has been requested is MT5 integration, MetaTrader 5 as a trading platform. It's one of the top requests, and we are actively preparing for it in terms of the license, the documentation, and ensuring that we have the finances ready for it. That's one of the main things. Another main thing is the mobile app that we have is in development. We are building a TTT Markets app for the App Store and the Android Store. It's something I'm very excited to release. It's not going to be soon, but it will be coming down the line. And that will have the trader dashboard, all the account metrics, support everything from your mobile app, which is very exciting. So you're not logging in through a website or a browser. You can actually log in through a mobile app. Next, we are actually preparing to launch our own trading brokerage. So people can then trade live, which will give traders even more flexibility and platform variety. Alongside MT5 and the TTT Webtrader, we're also exploring the options such as Match Trader, C Trader, and Trade Locker. I don't think we'll have them all. I don't think we need them all, but we will certainly be giving traders the choice of a few different platforms to trade from, because I know that these other platforms have become very popular in recent years, especially in the prop trading industry. So we're also planning to launch our own brokerage, which I think is really exciting. People can then trade their own funds. It's going to be a regulated brokerage. People can trade their own funds and they can then also withdraw, trade. It's going to be fully STP, so fully A-booked. So it's a model that we only make money on the commissions and the spreads. We won't be internalizing the risk. We will be trading with the trader, which is really exciting that people can then deposit 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 of their own money, trade without any risk or any, worry, which will be really, really exciting. It will help build us and boost us and strap us up to become one of the market leading players as well, that we have this brokerage arm that's also available for traders. Next, we'll also continue to increase our content creation, more updates, more transparency, more long form videos like this one, which I do believe are really, really important for people to be able to see. People can then understand what's behind what's going on. What's the progress like month on month of these guys, working actively to become bigger and better and stronger. So that's what we're doing. We will be increasing our content creation, our output, and also our quality. We're also working with more and more groups and communities. If you'd like to partner with us ultimately, please do reach out to the partnerships team directly at partnerships@tttmarkets.com. Reach out via email and they can arrange everything for you. We also then aim to be listed on even more review sites. One of the most notable ones is PropFan Match. We aim to be listed on there to further expand our visibility and our credibility down the line. We know that obviously they're very stringent on their process, which we respect utmost, and we look forward to being featured on them one day. So them and a few other review sites, and obviously being listed and spoken about amongst a variety of the different trading influencers on maybe tier list videos, review videos, people to discuss us and talk about us. I'm really looking forward to it. So that's what we're also actively working on. And above all this, we are committed to scaling sustainably, not chasing the quick wins, not growing and blowing up overnight, but building a long-term firm that traders can trust and trust for the long term. So without further ado, I want to thank all of the traders, affiliates, partners, and community for your trust and for watching this video. TTT Markets is ultimately built on transparency, our weekly payouts, and our long-term commitment to traders' success. If you want to stay updated, follow us on social media, join our competitions, and connect with us in our community channels. We're only getting started, and I really look forward to continuing this journey with you. Thank you for watching the video. All the best. Until the next one.